But if the creator is not there, the guidance still be.
No, did I?
No, you said.
What did I say? Okay. I'll explain it to you again. You said, and if correct me again if you like. You said, what did you say with regards to me pleasing my creator? You said wasting my life.
Go on.
I'm missing out. What?
No. I didn't say that.
What have I done then? So being a religious person, as I am as a Muslim,
yes.
okay, and we'll talk about Pascal's wager with regards the risk.
Yes,
all right.
Yes.
What am I risking? Yeah. Did you say trying to please a creator that might not be there? What am I doing? What am I risking?
Your happiness and your experience.
You might be sacrificing.
He's very happy, don't worry, Gary.
You're risking your experience right now.
He's happy.
What you're doing.
The risk for me is that you might base your life.
Yes.
Okay. You might. That's a risk for me.
Right.
Based on the fact that you have
promises.
Following.
Right.
Okay. Some teachings.
Right.
Okay. That this God has given to humanity. Right. But if but if the God is not there, then it means that you're following something
which is a lie.
Like which might not be good for you. Or maybe you would have chosen something else, right? You might be basing your belief on something
Right.
That is the risk.
Alhamdulillah. So I base it right. So let me
okay. But
so now I've got the word you
use. Sorry,
use.
but you have to listen to me. This is the risk. My saying does not entail any judgment on your way of life. Can you get that?
Right.
Cool. Because it seems that you're becoming a big confrontation.
No.
And I'm not claiming that me or your life is better.
What is it?
It's better.
You said.
You said. On anyone else's life.
Marshall.
Just your own.
Marshall. You said.
You
said, Marshall.
You might be based your life following the.
Let me give you an example.
Let's have one discussion, my friend. Let's have one discussion.
Marshall.
Others will have chaos otherwise.
Ignore the distractions.
No, they're not.
Ignore the distractions.
Background noise.
Ignore the trolls. Don't feed the trolls. Don't feed the trolls. Don't feed the trolls.
Background noise.
Marshall, ignore the background noise.
No, you don't believe
They have to tell me what God they mean first. But listen.
No, he's not.
No, I'm not an atheist.
He's a pantheist.
No.
He's a pantheist.
So let's focus on this.
Okay.
Just ignore him.
If you give your money
Don't
to
feed
charity,
the trolls.
hoping for
Yeah?
a reward.
Don't
feed the trolls. I'll show you a few videos. You'll see he's a troll.
Let's not follow the line.
I get what you mean.
So let's focus. So you're saying. I based my life.
It says it in the hadith. They're allowed to lie to one another.
So if you give away your life and your soul,
so you said I'm at
Let me
risk
ask you this. Do you
of
have to
basing
be
my whole
religious
life
in order to give charity?
following something,
Let's say a fairy tale.
So you don't
following a creator
Yes.
that might not be real.
Yes.
Right. That's what you said.
Yeah, that's what
Right.
It's correct.
So as it stands right now,
I don't think
I have based my life following the guidance from the creator that I believe.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
die doing jihad.
And I benefited from
You
it.
have given your life and
Right?
your wealth for sabilillah.
He says that.
Right.
If Allah
Right.
does not
Now,
reward you,
is that benefit?
Wait.
Is that benefit reduced if there is no creator?
You used to be an alcoholic gambler.
This is not the point of So for me, what you what you said right now, for me, I
You're misunderstanding
because you're kind of destroying
not
the
the
whole point.
point.
No, you know you're not, but I lose you when you say.
I'll say it again.
Is the
All right.
there's no creator
I'll say
there.
it again to you. I believe it's creator, yes?
Okay.
Wait. I believe it's creator, yes?
If you sorry, the thing is,
Creator. A person or thing that brings something into existence.
The thing is,
Which one is it?
that from a logical perspective, when you said that multiple times, and I can see what you mean, right? But I'm just losing you logically when you say, I do believe there's a God, but if there is no God, that's it. I'm just stopping following you because I don't understand.
I'll say it again to you.
That's it.
I'll say it again to you.
No.
I have to.
No, please don't, because you're not getting anything out of it.
What he's trying to say is the rules are present.
Yes.
Given by who? Given by who?
Wait.
Listen,
Yeah.
the rules are present there, yeah?
Yes.
And like you said, I understand your question. You're saying, what if there's no God? But he's saying, let's just assume there's no God.
Okay.
Let's say those rules
Let's say you're right.
they benefit him anyway.
Exactly.
But
Yes,
what rules?
but the thing,
that's
okay.
the point.
But
That's my point.
Okay,
Whether
I'll try one last time. The logic of all this course is completely broken when you say. First you say, I believe there's a God
Yes.
from whom the rules come.
Yes.
Right? And then you say, oh, but if I remove the God, then the rule is still there.
Yes.
This doesn't follow logically.
follow logic.
It doesn't follow.
No logic whatsoever.
Wait. So, okay, the reason I'm still not following is because for me, my personal understanding, this whole discourse is complete nonsense because you make an hypothesis and then you remove it and take it.
No.
Follow it.
I'm saying if you're right.
Please. You make an hypothesis. A God is doing the rules, and I'm benefiting from the rules.
We understand
You
what
remove
you're
the God, you're still benefiting from the rules.
Yes.
Doesn't make no fucking. So it doesn't work.
Because the rules wouldn't be there.
That's it.
The rules wouldn't be there. There wasn't God in the first place. Where did the rules come from?
Do you understand?
Where
Right.
did the rules come
Right.
from?
Yes.
And besides that, hold on a second, yeah? You know when you die...
Try win-win.
Logic.
You lose-lose.
Okay, that's fine. I don't care.
You have no guidance in
Where
your
did the
life.
rules come from?
I do.
And you have no hereafter if you're
From
wrong.
the beginning.
Okay.
Simple.
Let me say you something.
Go on.
You cannot say. Okay.
I can.
No. You cannot say to me. I
might
have
be
no
able to
guidance
explain it.
because I have
Who
guidance.
guides you?
We talk about
Doesn't matter.
Needs help.
Well, who guides you?
My culture. Okay.
You know everything.
No, I
struggling.
don't.
You
So how can you guide yourself when you don't know everything?
Okay.
Who guides you in things you don't know?
This is becoming circular, guys.
Wait,
It's not really going anywhere.
You understand?
You've made your point. It's a good point.
Yes,
Now it's becoming circular.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So,
but
he's not making any points.
No, but let me just say one last thing, and then I'm stopping you. It is very okay. What I'm going to say sounds very confrontational, but I don't mean. I
Don't
don't
worry
mean
about
like
that.
that.
You're speaking to the right
Okay,
person.
I will be
Speaking
teaching
to the right
You
person.
say to me. You say to me. Okay. You say you're now telling me I cannot be moral because I have no.
No, he didn't
say
say
that.
that. He didn't say
Okay,
that.
say again
Come
what
on.
you said to me.
I said you have no guidance.
Okay, this is very
what?
disrespectful.
Why?
This is very
guides you?
disrespectful.
Who guides you?
No, but the thing is, you think I have no guidance
have no
because
guidance.
no one
Brother,
follows me.
you
No one
guys
guides
were
me.
here.
But this means that I cannot have any guidance. So, first of all, you don't know me, so you cannot say.
Who guides you?
No,
Exactly.
wait. You don't know. You cannot tell me I
His
have no
mother,
guidance.
his
You have
father,
no guidance.
society.
No,
it goes
no.
on and on.
You are
His
being
innate
very
qualities.
offensive to me by saying you have no
Exactly.
guidance.
Exactly.
I know what my guidance is. I don't tell you you have a bad guidance because I don't know what your
Exactly.
guidance
Your
is.
guidance allows you to drink alcohol. That's bad guidance.
Okay. You are okay. I'm just saying, as a matter of logic and argument, not taking it personally.
Why is alcohol
you
bad
are
for you?
making very offensive statements toward me
Why?
because you are judging me.
You just said my religion's a fairy
No, but
tale.
hold on a second. Hold on a second.
You're walking what I believe, mate.
Why is alcohol
I'm
bad for
challenging
you?
what you believe. I know the
Jesus
truth.
told Walter to widen it.
Masha.
We were having a good
Jesus
friendly
told Walter
discussion.
to
Let's
widen
keep it
it.
This is...
I wanted
sorry,
to.
did I
I'm
mess
just
up?
saying
Let's
as an
keep it
argument. I
up.
was just
No,
point
I don't
out.
say
Why
you
is
messed it
alcohol
up.
bad for
I
you?
don't feel offended
Okay, let's-
at all.
No.
I'm just saying.
Why is
Let's keep it
alcohol
friendly,
bad
that's all.
for you?
Yeah. What I'm saying is that if you say me, tell me I have no
Masha,
guidance.
come here, sir.
And ask me specifically what it is.
Sorry.
You come here. I'll go.
Okay, sorry. What I'm saying is that if you tell me, as a matter of argumentation, I'm not saying you're offending me. I'm saying if you go to a person and tell that person you have no guidance, I find that very judgmental and very irrespectful because I don't know that person. How can you tell me that I have no guidance?
All right. I'll say it again. You've told me what your moral values allow, isn't it? You allow alcohol, isn't it? We've already had this
Well, my
discussion.
moral values also allow
Allows gambling
No, wait a
and-
minute.
So for me, that's bad
Why
guidance.
do you only focus on those bad habits?
All right. Because we're talking about guidance here.
Well, let's say murder, right? My moral values come from myself.
We're happy
And I
for you to
don't-
be here.
I don't. I
Just
think-
don't stand in front of the camera.
Come on.
What's wrong with you guys?
I think murder is wrong, right? I don't need anyone to tell me murder is wrong. I think murder is wrong.
No, but here's the point, you
So,
see.
I have some guidance, right?
Right now, your guidance will allow your children.
Got nothing about it. You don't
No.
You don't have children?
No.
Oh, okay. Your,
But doesn't make any- doesn't make any difference, right?
your guidance right now
Yes.
puts you at a potential risk of alcoholism, for example.
Like you.
Okay.
You could become
Why
a
do you
victim
say
of
that to
alcohol.
me? You don't know me. Why
I
do
say
you say
why.
that?
I say why.
Everybody's
Because
like
if you
we can
allow
have-
alcohol,
we can control
if you allow
our-
alcohol in your life, yeah,
Okay.
you open the door to alcoholism.
Sorry, and I have to ask you, were you an alcoholic?
Yes.
Who, me?
Yes. Because you're
And
so
a gambler.
focused on alcohol.
And a
Because
gambler.
okay, wait a minute. The reason I'm asking this is because you make.
I'll make it easy for you. I'll make it easy for you.
You're making a point. You're saying my lack of guidance on alcohol because it means that I don't have a guidance on that thing. So No. You say I don't have a moral standard that says alcohol is bad. Full stop.
Right.
I don't have that.
No.
Right? I have no problem with alcohol. I think it's bad, but
Jesus turned
blah, blah,
water
blah,
into
right?
wine. No problem.
Okay, sorry. So the reason I'm asking you where you're an alcoholic is because for me, this thing about alcohol is not a big deal.
Okay, first thing.
right?
Okay.
But murder, for example,
Let me
is.
address your question about alcohol.
I have a big deal with alcohol, but
okay.
we
Oh,
own
okay.
the creation
I'll make
of
it easy
drugs,
for you.
because
Okay.
alcohol is poison, right?
I'll make it.
And-
Let me ask you a question about being alcoholic.
There are bigger
All right.
issues than
I have
alcohol.
never in my life been alcohol dependent. Ever.
Okay.
I've never been in a situation
please.
where I need alcohol to get through my day.
Yes,
All right.
okay.
I've worked in Faliraki.
No, that's a couple of weeks ago.
I've worked in Faliraki. Faliraki, you know, in Rhodes. Beach bars.
Party island.
Party Island in Greece. Okay. When I was 21, I worked there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tequila, slammer crawls, and all this business.
Yeah, cool.
Never ever dependent on alcohol. Okay, I worked in Zakynthos when I was
glad to hear
17.
that. Did you get
Alhamdulillah.
drunk, Hamza?
When I was 17?
Did you get
yeah.
drunk, Hamza?
When I was 17?
Everyone does.
I worked in Zakynthos.
I don't get drunk, but
When I was
most people do, right?
When I was 17, I worked in Zakynthos, Greek island again,
Yes.
for 3.5 months.
Wow,
Yeah,
okay, cool.
party time again. All right.
Yeah, good stuff.
I've never once been dependent on alcohol to get through my day. All right.
Okay.
I've never needed to have alcohol in the morning or in the middle of the day.
Okay.
Only as a recreational thing.
This guy-
When I lived in South,
That's what most people use it for, right?
when I lived in South Wales,
Yeah.
it's a kind of white council estate community. The pub is the hub of the thing. So we go. So on a Sunday,
Yeah.
I would spend the whole day in the pub.
Yeah.
I play. Listen.
I believe there's a cultural problem with that. Yeah, in Britain
I
in
would go to the
general,
pub at 9 in the
too much
morning.
drinking, yeah.
Listen, we'd meet with the boys. We'd go play football.
Yeah.
We'd come back to the pub at 12, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Sandwiches would come out.
Yeah.
Drinking games would start. Cards would start.
Yeah.
6 o'clock, I was captain of the pub pool team.
Yeah.
We'll go to another pub to play
Yeah.
them, or they will come here.
Okay.
Right, listen.
I think there is a cultural
But listen,
problem with drinking. in
Never
this country.
once have I ever become dependent on alcohol.
Not just in the country, but also some
Alhamdulillah.
but here I feel it's much worse.
Now what
That's my
happened?
opinion.
Now what
And
happened?
I'm an Italian immigrant, so
Alhamdulillah.
you know?
What happened? When I was about 25,
Yeah.
I spoke to Muslims.
Yeah,
The same conversation about alcohol.
yeah,
And they showed me statistics and this and that.
yeah,
And I made the decision then
yeah.
to stop drinking. Now listen,
Cool.
just listen, please.
You don't? Okay.
Yes, 2 years before.
But
listen,
you
listen.
needed statistics, not religion.
No,
to stop drinking.
right, Allahu Akbar. I needed guidance. Where did that guidance come from?
Yeah.
Islam. I wasn't even a Muslim. Right? But what happened was Muslims spoke to me
Yeah.
and spoke to me about alcohol.
Yeah.
Showed me the harms it does in society. Showed me
Yeah.
how can your society...
You can also get scientific papers for that. You don't.
No.
Everyone is. I mean, alcohol is bad.
No. But listen.
It's a poison.
So listen.
So that's a fact.
Poison is promoted and has revenue for the government.
Yes.
And that is something
that is very
that is
hypocritical.
what is trying to
So listen.
That
So
is
what I'm
very
saying,
hypocritical.
but what I'm trying to do...
Like cigarettes, at least in Italy, is a state-funded business.
Same as Greece.
Gambling, the state in Italy gets a freaky lot of money from smoking. Right? It's so hypocritical. You, as a state, you're taking taxes to fund the hospitals.
What does that tell you?
Wait. Cancer is one of the biggest things. Smoke causes cancer. Still, you're gaining as a state, which are the people, from selling gambling, alcohol,
And here's your
cigarettes. This is fucking mental, right? It's
No, but here's
so
a...
hypocritical.
but
culture as a
Wait.
moral compass.
This thing that I just said is just a
That's what you
fact.
need to ask him. That's what you have to say.
Wait.
Get back on track.
This is the thing.
going in
I have so much an issue with that.
I think there's the alcohol thing.
The question is, where does religion fit into that? It does not.
I'll tell you why.
It does not need
I
that.
was trying to explain it to you.
It's a problem.
Shall I explain it to
We
you?
cannot see
Shall I
it's a
explain it to you?
problem. The state paying the hospitals and then
Shall I
gaining from
explain to you?
cigarettes.
You don't let me explain now. All right, I'll tell you a story. So, now remember, yeah, every Sunday pub, yeah, a Saturday we go play pool, watch football on the mat, the football on the big screen and whatever, yeah. Maybe buy a couple of bottles from Tesco or have at home.
Oh, yeah.
All right, football's on.
Yeah.
When football's on, people coming round, drink comes out. That's
Yeah.
that's the standard.
That's how it
all
works.
right. So when I spoke to Muslims,
Yes.
all right, 2 years prior to becoming a Muslim, we spoke about this issue.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing with you now.
Yes.
And I use the same old things. Oh, well, I drink in moderation. I'm not addicted to alcohol, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But when I realize that I'm allowing myself to be a potential victim of this, and at the same time, how can I drink alcohol and tell my children don't drink alcohol? Yeah, I'd be a hypocrite.
Okay,
All
fair
right.
enough. Okay.
So 2 years.
So lead by example.
So listen,
just not drink
So
alcohol.
listen.
That's it.
So 2 years.
Nobody forces you to drink
Listen.
alcohol.
So because I was spoken to by Muslims
Yes.
who showed me a guidance they have,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I chose 2 years prior to becoming a Muslim
Yeah.
to stop drinking alcohol. Right. I stopped going to the
very
pub.
noble, yeah.
No, well, I stopped going to the pub. I wasn't a Muslim. All right.
Respect.
My sister's wedding, I didn't drink a drop.
Yeah.
She was so upset.
Yeah.
Right, but
A lot
listen.
of people do that.
Now, I
Yeah,
was
you
not
don't
drinking. No, listen,
not drink.
but listen,
So what, right?
listen, no. But I
That's
was,
a cultural problem.
No, but I was not drinking because I feared the creator or whatever. I was following the guidance already, without even being a Muslim. Right. So now, that's the scenario I'm in. Then, one Christmas Eve, I worked in a pub.
Sorry,
Christmas Eve,
Yes.
I worked in a pub.
Yes, okay.
Right. And when you go into a pub on Christmas Eve, everybody comes in, hey, Merry Christmas. I watched this
habit, yes.
No, but I didn't drink. and I watched this pub turn into hell.
Yes.
I'm not joking.
No.
I watched the people I knew deteriorating, changing, switching, paranoia. Yeah,
It is very bad, yes.
and I was like, man, this is.
If you're the only sober guy in a drunken company, it's very sad.
Then this brought it.
That's a fact.
Right. So this rammed it home for me.
Sorry, bro.
This rammed it home for me about this alcohol thing.
Okay, my point is,
So listen.
you don't need to follow
No,
the
but
whole
listen.
religion
But
just
listen.
to not drink it.
No.
Finish the story.
You got to listen.
Yeah,
You've got to listen.
I'm waiting for that, yeah.
So here's the point. Why did I stop drinking alcohol?
Yeah.
Because I looked at these guys, these Muslims, who, following their guidance, superseded what I was following, and they were right. All right.
They had more.
So when I became a Muslim 2 years later, yeah, when I took all that guidance on board, I used to gamble, right? Would I say I was a gambling addict?
My angles are everywhere.
Yes.
Well, gambling is addictive because of the
Gambling.
reward circuit.
I worked in a book. I worked in a
really.
I worked in the
It's really
bookies.
bad.
Okay, listen. I worked in the bookies for a year.
Yeah.
Right. So I was around gambling. Yeah. I used to love gambling. Now my days gambling, there was not what you have today. Casinos online and all this, Foxy Bingo. When I was gambling, it was tax on your bets and all this business. All right.
Wow.
No one could stop me gambling, mate. Nobody could stop me gambling. My
That's what I said to you,
my father tried to stop me gambling.
It's a serious issue.
My girlfriend tried to stop me. No, but it wasn't that. Oh no, I must have a bet. I'm hiding. No, I said, why should I stop? Why should I stop? Some people go play golf on the weekend. They pay for memberships to courses. They buy clubs and whatever. This is my thing. This is my hobby.
Yeah.
I used to go to a car boot sale on a Saturday morning, make about 100 quid, and I'll go to the bookies and put all my bets on. Then I'll go home and watch Gillette Soccer Saturday.
There are some entertainments that are more dangerous than others, right? Can harm you more than other entertainments. That's all it is.
If one thing was made halal today, I'd ask for gambling, yeah, because I enjoyed it so much, right? I was an addict. I loved it. No one could stop me.
Yeah. I get that.
But when I took the guidance from my creator, I never gambled a day since. No, listen, listen, please. But listen, please.
I'm listening to you.
Good. So that was the gambling ended overnight. Yeah. Why?
That's fantastic.
Why? Because I believed in my creator has guided me away from such a thing. Okay. I was a financial advisor, a mortgage advisor, remortgages, loans. No, not gambling. Not that kind of mortgage.
It's a sort of gambling. But
No, it's not. It's basically somebody wants to buy a property or wants to remortgage their property or wants to get a loan on the property they have, but they have county court judgments registered against them, or they've been bankrupt, or they're self-employed and they can't provide account.
Okay.
My company could provide adverse lenders to lend them money. High-risk lending.
Yeah.
All right. That was my business. I would take somebody who was getting the house repossessed, I'd stop the repossession, I'd remortgage them with another company, they'd be paying less than what they were paying before, and have $5,000 in their pocket. That's what I would do. I was brilliant at it. Alhamdulillah. All right. The day I became a Muslim, I haven't done it since. Why? Because interest is another poison within society.
Oh, yeah.
Wonga loans, payday loans. I've said this many times.
Right.
Credit cards, debit card, all of this stuff.
Yeah.
The mortgages, it's to trap you. Car finance, this finance, that finance. You're ever milking, just paying.
Yeah.
Never get to think for yourself.
Yeah.
You get people who go take Wonga loans and then gamble with it. This is the scenario. But my guidance that I take from my creator prohibits that.
Yeah.
So I don't do it.
Yeah.
All right. Sexual immorality. My guidance from my creator tells me to get a wife. Yeah. And satisfy my needs with my wife. And have family. And have children.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what my guidance tells me. My guidance tells me to take care of my parents in their old age.
Oh, yes.
Not to abandon them when they're no benefit to me anymore. Right. So when I look to this guidance that I'm on right now,
Which is fantastic. Right?
Alhamdulillah, I cannot.
What is the halal?
Praise be to God.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right.
Okay. This is something. For example, you feel compelled to say that. I feel, you might be compelled by that by a fairy tale. That's the risk I'm talking about.
No. But why was I? But why? But why did I? No. But listen. Why did I say Alhamdulillah?
Because you feel that you have to do that, or
no.
gratefulness, or
Allah. Because I'm praising God for this guidance.
okay, cool, that's fine.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay,
Oh, thank you very much. I'm praising.
okay.
I don't need any sugar, but thank you. Where's the coffee?
You're coffee.
Oh. Well, sorry.
Yeah, that's a very interesting story, and I think a lot of people. I mean, I think on average, if we take a statistic, following those things, you're way better than a lot of people.
No, but that wasn't my claim.